Hey there, and welcome. Today we're jumping into the absolutely fascinating world of pharmacology. It's the science behind literally every single medicine you've ever taken, from a simple painkiller to a life-saving drug.
Seriously, have you ever thought about it? You get a headache, you swallow a tiny pill, and somehow it just knows where to go and what to do. It almost feels like a little bit of magic, right? Well, it's not magic, but it is some seriously brilliant science, and that's exactly what we're going to explore.
Okay, so first things first, let's tackle the big word itself. What is pharmacology? I know it sounds a little intimidating, but trust me, once you break it down, it's actually pretty simple.
So, at its very core, pharmacology is the science of how drugs work. And that word drug is really important here. See, in pharmacology, a drug isn't just something bad. It's any substance at all that has an effect on our body. It could be something natural, like caffeine, or something man-made, like aspirin. A medicine is just a drug that we use for a good reason, to help us. This is the master science that all of modern medicine is built on.
The word itself kinda tells a story. It comes from two old Greek words, pharmakon, which, get this, could mean drug but also poison, which is a pretty great reminder that the dose makes all the difference, right? And then there's logos, which just means study or knowledge. So put them together, and pharmacology literally just means the study of drugs. See? Simple as that.
All right, so to really get a handle on any medicine, pharmacologists are always asking two huge fundamental questions. And together, these two questions tell the entire story of what happens when a drug enters our body.
And here they are, pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics. I know, more big words, but the idea is super simple. Pharmacokinetics is all about what your body does to the drug. Think about it, how it absorbs it, moves it around, breaks it down, and then gets rid of it. Pharmacodynamics is the total flip side. It's what the drug does to your body. It's the action part.
Let's follow that journey a bit, starting with pharmacokinetics. There's a handy little acronym scientists use, ADME. It starts with A, absorption. That's just getting the medicine into your bloodstream. Then D for distribution, where your body sends it. Next up is M, metabolism, which is where your body, usually your liver, starts to chemically change it and break it down. And finally, E for excretion, how your body, gets rid of what's left. The big takeaway here is that your body is constantly acting on that medicine from the second you take it.
So what about pharmacodynamics? What the drug is doing to you? The best way to think about it is the lock and key mechanism. Imagine your body's cells are covered in millions of tiny, specific locks called receptors. A drug molecule is designed to be the perfect key for one of those locks. A great example is allergy medicine. Your body releases histamine, that's a key, and it fits into histamine receptors, the locks, which causes all your allergy symptoms. Well, an antihistamine drug is like a key that fits perfectly into that same lock, but doesn't turn it. It just sits there, blocking the real histamine key from getting in. It's that kind of incredible precision that makes modern medicine possible.
Okay, so we've got the theory down, but how does all this science actually become the medicines that we all depend on? The journey from some cool idea in a lab to that bottle on the pharmacy shelf is, well, it's a long one, and pharmacologists are guiding it every single step of the way.
Just look at this timeline. It can take more than a decade and literally billions of dollars to get one new drug onto the market. And what's really wild is that more than 90% of the drugs that even make it to human trials fail. They just don't get approved. The stakes are unbelievably high. And pharmacology is crucial at every stage, from finding the molecule in the first place, to making sure it's safe, to proving it actually works in people, and even keeping an eye on it for years after it's approved.
And pharmacology itself is this huge, diverse field. You've got toxicology, which is all about safety and side effects. There's neuropharmacology, which focuses on the brain for things like depression or Alzheimer's. And then you have these super cutting-edge fields like pharmacogenomics, which is basically figuring out how to tailor medicines to your specific DNA. It's a massive and constantly evolving science.
So who are these people doing all this incredible work? Let's take a quick look at some of the pharmacologists who are out there right now shaping the future of medicine.
First up, you've got the researchers on the front lines. These are the folks in university and company labs. They're the discoverers, the ones searching for those brand new keys that could become the next huge breakthrough for diseases like cancer.
Then you have pharmacologists who work as regulators for agencies like the FDA. Think of them as the scientific gatekeepers. Their job is to go through mountains of data from all those clinical trials to make absolutely sure a new medicine works, and even more importantly, that it's safe. It's a job with a ton of responsibility.
And of course, you have the educators. They're the ones in medical schools and pharmacy programs making sure this vital knowledge gets passed on. They ensure that the doctors and pharmacists you talk to really understand how these medicines work, so they can prescribe them to you in the safest, most effective way possible.
So you see, from the fundamental science of how a single molecule works, all the way to the people working on our next cures, pharmacology is right at the center of it all. Which really just leaves us with one incredible question to think about. With all this amazing science and all these brilliant people, what disease will we conquer next?